personal run-ins with police. I know my brother has, so from what he's experienced has kind of shaped my perception.
How do you feel about him? With your, knowing your brother and stuff like that. How do you feel?
So from my brother's experience, a lot of discrimination, just off the bat. And I know the cops of course mean well, but it's just kind of unfair if my brother is a black teenager, so it's just it's unfair if he's doing something and his white counterparts doing the same thing.
You're not getting in trouble for
that? Yeah, he gets caught out. One bad thing from my roommate actually. So she was driving. She got pulled over because she was speeding, but her boyfriend was in the car, who is black. The officer kept questioning him and kind of interrogating him and saying, "Well, I need to see your ID. I need to see your identification." And she was like, "Why? He's in the passenger seat. I'm going to see him."
So with that being said, how do you feel we could do better?
Specifically going to those neighborhoods and making your presence known, hey, we're not out to get you guys. We want to know.
And if there's one thing that we could do better, that you would think we could do better, that you've seen, or that you've really thought about, what would that be?
I guess the one thing is just downtown just gets kind of hectic, and it's just a lot of police, but there's something that you can really do about it, I guess, because there's just so many people.
So we actually have a downtown unit. It's just downtown's so big.
Yeah.
So, but that's definitely something we are looking into, is building our downtown unit to help control.
Well, I was saying less police downtown.
Less police.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
That's what I was saying.
Less police.
Can you tell us why?
I just feel like it's kind of. I mean, yeah, it can definitely get bad, but I feel like for the most part, it's just
the party poopers.
great guys trying to have a great time, and then people get messed up.
So, with the presence of the Athens Police Department around you, how do you feel like we do as a presence, around the campus and around the Athens area that you do see? How do you feel that we do in general?
I always see the campus police around and downtown. I know there's always a bunch of police officers. I know recently there were some cases, two of them I think. One, there was a girl who was raped, and another, I think she got in a car with somebody, and I think I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was some kind of sexual assault. So I know those cases happening, they were kind of in back alleys on campus, so I guess if anything those might need a little bit more. Yeah, I think because I know a lot of police officers go downtown because obviously there's fights and everything, but maybe for people walking back, since there's been a bunch of cases with that has been kind of nerve-wracking for me.
Okay. We'll definitely take that into consideration.
What do you think is an appropriate contact with law enforcement? So in other words, as I approach you on a traffic stop or responding to your house, what do you think should be my response to you?
A more nicer attitude.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've had some pull me over for a seatbelt. I feel like I'm going to jail. Yeah.
So in other words, treat you more respectful.
But I mean, also police officers deserve a mound of respect. Also, so, yes.
Reciprocal.
Yes.
Okay. Most of the interaction you've had, has that met your standards?
Yeah, pretty much.
What do you think that law enforcement in general could do to better the relationship?
Maybe get out more in the public. Get involved with a lot more stuff instead of just being so uptight.
Okay. So kind of like what we're doing. Okay.
Yep, just like this.
How should I contact you? In other words, we come into contact. What should my attitude be in your mind?
Respectful, honest, considerate, thoughtful.
Okay.
Same as considerate.
Yeah.
And show that you do care about my issue or issues.
Any ideas of how either UGA Police Department or Athens Clarke County could do better?
I would definitely say by because I know there was an incident a few days ago, and it wasn't made public immediately, which is concerning for people like my parents, because they'll find out about it and then they'll be like, I didn't know, like, no one said anything, because I didn't know either. It was from word of mouth. So I would definitely say, like, that's like one way they could do better is just by notifying. But in my opinion, like, they've done a good job thus far.
Really downtown, I wish I'd see more police around, because I just got like an email today about like one girl that got raped on campus. So I just wish like there'll be more police around, because I feel like the more people, like the more police around, the better, like people would think twice before they want to do something bad. So it's just I don't see a lot of them around campus. So it'd be nice to have more cops around.
All right. Well, that was great. Can you explain what it is to you?
Well, I would assume that the concept would be that instead of a show of force all the time, it would be more of incorporating police, familiar faces of policemen into communities and building relationships with people.
All right, the other one is, have you had any good or bad experiences with police anywhere?
Well, good or bad. I think I've been thankful for the police. I certainly haven't been perfect, but I think I've felt like they've done their jobs most of the time here in Athens, for sure. And I think that it's been a positive. Certainly, the Athens police has been positive in our community.
Say that police walking around campus or somebody that we can go and ask for help within the community. Community.
Yeah, that's very close. Very close. Thank you. Have you had any experiences with police, like either positive or negative?
No, I don't know.
Okay. I mean, I'm not accusing you of anything.
Besides they pulled me over once.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Did they treat you in a manner that you felt was appropriate?
No, they're very respectful people.
Okay. All right. And do you think, now you kind of already said it, but what do you think is a good way to build rapport between the police and the community, especially on campus here?
I just haven't been walking around, It's going to provide a sense of security for a lot of people, I would say,
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
A way to improve the relationship between our community in Athens Clarke County and UGA with the officers in the city. And so we now want a professional opinion of what community policing means.
Yeah, it's a really interesting question, because depending on who you ask, you can get a bunch of different answers. Whether you're asking academics or even police executives, you get a bunch of different answers. In my opinion, it really comes down to two key aspects. And the first key aspect is building relationships with communities. Now, we've got to think about that in a very specific way, in that you can't magically say that a police department has a good relationship with the people of a community. It's always predicated on the one-on-one relationships that individual officers build and sustain with individual members of the community. So the degree to which you can say the police department and the community have a good relationship is only the degree to which you can say individual employees of the police department and individual members of the community have a good relationship. And in the aggregate, you add those things together, and that becomes a good relationship between the police department and the people. And then the other part of the equation is doing things that build confidence in the police. So a good relationship is key, and we certainly can't do without that. But the other side of that coin is that we want the people that we serve to be confident that when they call us, they're going to get the level of service that they expect, that we're going to be professional, that we're going to be experts in the areas in which we're expected to be experts. So then it comes back to that again. When a new officer asks me, what is community policing? I say, at the new officer level, the thing that I want you to focus on is doing things that build confidence in the public, in the skills both of our agency, policing more broadly in Athens, and then policing more broadly in America, and then the things that build good relationships between individual officers and individual members of the community, and then build good relationships in sum between police departments and the people they serve.
Okay. Well, you answered the next question I was going to ask, because I was like, what advice would you give to a new officer? So
I would say just that, just focus on those two things. So a really interesting bumper sticker that I saw, or a slogan that a police department in England had, said that every contact counts. And what they try to remind their officers is every single time you have contact with a member of the community. So it could be on duty, it could even be off duty if that member of the community knows that you're a police officer. Every one of those contact counts. So you see those as educational opportunities to convince people both of your efforts to build a good relationship, but also to have confidence in the skills that the police have. Those two things, then you got it mastered. If you can just say, I, as an individual officer, have responsibility for this. It doesn't rely on anybody but me, and I go out there, and relationships and confidence in us matters, then that is the key to success.
Very good. Well, thank you for your time.
Cool, yeah, happy to do it.
Thank you.